Welcome to Konkon's Cantina. Grab a drink, sit back, and relax.
We back.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy, it's Konkon. With the what I am hitting things on the Apple remote. Welcome to Konkon's Cantina, the number one alcohol drinking Star Wars podcast in North America.
And Disney. Don't forget Disney.
And Disney. I mean, number one overall. I mean, yes. We made it. We're here.
That's been our goal.
And we're finally here. I am sitting next to my wife.
Hey, what's up?
And let's get some more camera action going.
I'm here as well. We're with all of our spouses today.
All the spouses are here.
I'm here with Liz.
Sup?
Spouse game.
Always, she likes talking, as you can hear.
And the Cantina Splicer and his loved one.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Hi.
And guys, we're doing like a little spoiler-free Insta take first. We're about to watch Cruella.
Let's be real. We're trying to replicate our highest downloaded show.
For whatever reason, our Rise of Skywalker Insta take gets like 300 views a week, and we don't know why. We have no idea. It's amazing.
So we're going for that.
Yeah, we're diving right into the Insta take stuff. So we're gonna go around and just talk about our hopes for Cruella, and then after we watch it, we will be doing a spoiler-free review.
Yeah.
But we are a Cantina podcast, so we're gonna go into the Cantina right now.
Welcome to Konkon's Cantina. What are you having? But remember, no droids.
This week I did not go exciting at all, and I'm drinking the same dry hop sour from Aldi, and it's still amazing. And
I tried to get some, and they were all sold out.
Well, that's because you went to Trader Joe's.
No, I did go to Aldi's this time.
It's still a solid 8 out of 10, and I love it.
Oh, I'm drinking coconut key lime ale from Isla Morada Beer Company.
This stuff's amazing.
It is
It's
very
good.
delicious. Tastes like coconut water, so it's great.
And it's got a little bit of a key lime in it too.
Well,
Yeah. I like the addition of the key lime because
Yes.
a lot of the
Well,
times
tartness.
a heavy coconut beer is too fake coconut
It's like
flavor
Runhaven.
is a little too much for me. But having the key lime in there with it is a good way to balance it. I only know that because randomly we both bought this beer and didn't communicate. We both have it at home.
No, we don't communicate. It's not like we have a drinking podcast. We don't do that.
No.
No.
What do you give that, Tosh, for your 1 through 10
First time
Mando
I've ever
scale?
had it, I would say I could drink this all day, so 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Oh, that was really loud. Sorry.
I am drinking a very go-to beer for me, Terrapin Luau. It's a passion fruit orange guava IPA, but it doesn't have an over-the-top fruit flavor. It's just a great, especially this week, we've had record highs all week where it's been
Stupid hot.
brutally hot.
Yeah.
And this is one of like the most refreshing beers. Even looking at the can, if you see, I don't know if you can focus in on that from this far away, but if you look at the can, like just the colors of it and the vibe of it, it's all Hawaiian, luau. The color scheme is amazing. I love this beer. This is a 10 out of 10 for me.
I want this in my room with a black light.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
What are you drinking, wife?
I am drinking my go-to Rum Haven and Coke Zero. The Rum Haven has coconut water and cane sugar, so it's like basically like you're hydrating all day. But it takes me to a place where I'm always on the beach.
Does that come with grilled chicken?
It doesn't. I mean, I did have grilled chicken sorts tonight. But it's meant to be drank in a like Yeti style because I go and it mixes it up. It's part of the recipe.
She's been drinking it for a little bit, if you can't tell.
She's been on it.
What's the 1 through 10 Mando scale?
50 out of 10.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's my favorite drink in the world.
There's
Yeah.
more Mandos in her culvert than there
Well, it
should
kind
be.
of tastes to me
Can't say I'm surprised.
like the Coke Slurpees from 7-Eleven. It's kind of what it reminds me of for some reason. But adult, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna make a guacamole joke, but it was too long removed.
Yeah, it
It
was.
doesn't have
That's why all the Mandos are there.
but it doesn't have that fake suntan lotion taste, which I'm not opposed to, actually. I like suntan lotion, but not in my drink.
She's like, I'll drink it straight from the bottle.
Yeah.
Mr. Cantina Splicer,
Hi.
what are you drinking?
I am drinking Iron Smoke straight bourbon whiskey.
Yes.
It was something I found randomly at Total Wine. It's a regular bourbon, but they smoke the wheat that goes into it.
Interesting.
It's a very light flavor, and then it ends with a smoky flavor. It doesn't have enough body. I'd probably give it about a 5 out of 10.
What was the price point?
Price point was $45. So it's a little up there.
It's a little up there.
Yeah, but
You got to try it sometimes.
yeah, it was one of those ones I saw, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give that a shot.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
I like your
I'll
glasses
try it.
tonight.
Yeah, I
thank
do
you.
too. I like the clear
Thank you.
frames.
Thank you.
I need to go
Appreciate
get
it.
my horn
Very
brim glasses.
debonair.
They are blue light glasses, and my eyes hurt today, so they're helping a lot.
It is. And the Mrs. Goonies herself, Queen Sloth,
Captain Crunk.
Captain Crunk.
Money. I am drinking a gin and tonic with
That's
extra
ironic.
lime.
Yeah, you are.
St. Augustine gin.
Okay.
It's
I
a
do like their
winner.
gin.
I love their gin, and it is 10 out of 10. It's delicious.
I'm
Refreshing.
not a fan of their bourbon, but their gin is good.
No.
So, going along with what we're talking about, the St. Augustine gin, I almost bought a bottle of that today, but I opted for getting Aviation because I still hadn't tried Ryan Reynolds' gin.
Oh, okay. He sold it, didn't he?
I don't. His sticker, like, it had his face on the little cardboard thing on the neck of it. So
I mean,
I don't know.
that's enough reason to
Ryan
buy
Reynolds
it.
That's why Liz bought
That's all
it.
you need.
Yeah, let's be honest. That's enough.
So I
reason
don't know.
to
Have
buy
you guys
it.
tried that?
No, I haven't
And you
tried
did?
it.
Well, I think next week I might have to make a drink with that, and we can try it live.
Yas.
Cruella. This is the. Oh nope, we are not ending. This
Thanks,
is
guys.
the.
That was it.
All right, well, bye. This is the. This is the second Disney Plus premiere. No, Raya. This is the third.
Yeah,
so
we've
Raya
had-
the Dragon,
We had Mulan, Raya, and this now.
and now this. So this is a Disney Plus premiere. We've talked about the premiere system
I'm a
a
fan.
ton. Yeah, I'm a fan too. I do wish that for the price point, actually owning the movie would be good. I don't understand why it doesn't come with a code.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you plan on keeping Disney Plus, you'll own it forever. And
mean,
you get to see it early. But yeah,
How many years are we into Disney Plus already?
I mean, November.
No, we're two this November.
Yeah, this will be 2 years.
So all
no, this will be more than that because we already
Yeah.
had 2 seasons of Mandalorian.
Right, and that always premieres in September, October.
dang. So my 3 years might already be up soon because I did the 3 years for $4 thing, and then I'm gonna have to pay the what is it up to now $9.99?
Yeah.
I don't know. I still do the bundle with Hulu and ESPN and all that for 15.
I can't remember exactly.
But yeah, I'm really liking the Premiere system, the early access. I think for $30, even though you don't own it, it's not a one-time rental. At least, like if you rent something through Apple TV or you rent something early access through Amazon, it's $20, and you watch it once and that's it.
Right.
So at least with this, you can rewatch it indefinitely as long as you have Disney Plus with this.
It's usually 3 months, so if this is coming out in the end of May, it should be available the
I think it said
beginning
August.
of August or
August
into August.
27th, I think, is the date that I saw.
Yeah, it becomes available.
And you have it to watch again rather than going to a theater and you only watch it the one time.
Yeah.
So
And
I
theater
think it's worth the
prices are
money.
insane
Yeah.
to begin with.
And I can pause as much as I'd like to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Listen, get a bigger bladder.
That's a plus.
All right, expectations for me in this movie. I was trying to confirm the rating, which I still cannot find because it's just millions of articles saying the exact same thing, which I also kind of don't believe.
I'll look it up.
So I don't know what the rating is. I need this to be PG-13. The Splicer's going to look it up. I need it to be PG-13, and I need Emma Stone to kill this movie. If she does not kill this movie, she's dead to me. Because she has not had a hit since the movie where...
La La Land.
Okay, can
La La
both of you
Land
can
was-
both of you stop?
La
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 Land
Land was
was lit.
45 years ago.
Well,
okay. Okay, she was at her prime.
It was lit, fam.
Okay, yeah, and that was a long time ago. The best movie that she did last was The Help. Everything after that has been garbage.
No, you love La La Land. We just
The-
all agree to hate
Did you
it.
not hear what I said? The Help came after La La Land. It did. What's it rated?
It's rated PG-13.
Thank goodness. Expectations are very low. I hope she kills it, and that's it.
Can we come back to me?
It's like we're ordering at fast food.
So this is my expectation of this movie.
Wait.
Pause for the camera switch.
Technical.
Okay.
So I was trying to think of what this is going to be like, and my hopeful prediction is it's going to be The Devil Wears Prada meets Joker. Yeah. Like the becoming losing
Joker?
yourself, the newest with
Joaquin
Phoenix in it, kind of like his like fall or like just disintegration of his character into an evil person.
Yeah.
And the high fashion like nasty Devil Wears Prada with Glenn Close, like that is what I'm hoping this is going to be.
Steak.
Oh my god.
I want steak.
If this movie can nail that, I think it's going to be freaking fire. I think it's
like
going to be
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada meets the Joker. It'll be
Yes.
great.
With ordering steak.
I'm super annoyed that you went before me. I didn't say anything about Devil Wears Prada. We didn't talk about this either, but I was thinking it definitely has Joker vibes. So, not that I've seen it because I've heard it's violent. A friend told me that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm really excited about it, though.
Justina, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
I've seen the Joker. I don't know what she's talking about.
But no, I love Emma Stone. I think she's a great actress. I don't know. I think she's going to kill it, and I'm really excited.
She better kill it.
She will.
The expectation I have also is it's also very low. Maybe they'll lean
Really?
more towards a Maleficent kind of thing where didn't start off as a bad person but leaned into it because that's what the world around them made him. Also, I guess a Joker reference.
So you're
but
not super like hyped about this? Like your expectations are low? Like the movie's not going to be great?
when I saw that the movie was coming out, the first thing I said was why. Like I 101 Dalmatians has never been close to me. I didn't really care.
Roger.
I've never really like Cruella de Vil is a great villain, but I never needed a backstory for her as to where she came from. So I just never really thought I needed this movie.
I like how young she is compared to how old she looks
Yeah.
in the
That is
animated.
very true.
Like this is
Early.
super origin. I also don't have a clamoring for this movie. I hope to be pleasantly surprised.
I really hope that it is good. I personally did need a backstory for her. How can a person just all of a sudden up and decide that they want a puppy fur coat? You know,
Ask Michael Scott.
There comes a time like there's stepping stones that you have to get to in life, you know, to get to that kind of place. And so I'm excited. I'm hoping that it's a really like good backstory for
I
her.
need some backstory of where she's getting those real long cigarettes.
It's the
So actually, they don't
She
have
just-
her.
she just
They
took
don't
it.
have her signature cigarette situation because it's Disney. So she said it was really difficult for her to. She said it was really difficult for her to like do the character like properly because of that.
which is so weird because they did it in the animated, but they're not going to do it in this one.
But
Well,
well,
2021, they
Canceled.
said no.
Anyway, no,
I can't help you, Connor.
Okay, so
I was going to say something and I decided not to.
roundabout, I agree. I definitely got the Devil Wears Prada vibes. I can see where you're getting the Maleficent. I personally always was a 101 Dalmatian fan. My sister and I grew up watching that.
Same.
That was like her favorite movie. And I was always also concerned and curious as to how did someone get that crazy? Like that completely just psychotic, basically.
No
so
conscience.
no conscious matter about whether or not they want to hurt dogs that are innocent and have no they're puppies. They're cute, and I love Dalmatians. So yeah, I've kind of always wanted to see where that was going to go. So I'm actually really excited, and I do like that it brings it all the way back to not just like her previous years before she met the parents of the dogs. You know, I forget what their names are.
Roger.
Anita. That's what
Anita, darling.
Yes.
This is so trailer and what I know. My preconceived notion for this movie is 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a little higher and stick with my beer rating and do 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think so. I think Emma Stone is a great actress. I think she's gonna nail. I already said that she nailed the laugh perfectly, and everything about. And then even oh gosh, I'm blanking on all the other characters'
I hope
names
so
too.
bad that you're wrong.
Hey,
I hope that by the end of this, you're like, this is my favorite movie. You know what? Forget Star Wars. We're doing 101 Dalmatian podcast.
Either way, I win. If it's good, sweet. It was a good movie. If it's bad, I was right.
Oh my god.
I have high
And
hopes.
I didn't say it was bad. I said 6 out of 10.
I do have high hopes for this. I don't know if it's going to be... because it's hard to really nail down a score for me for this because, like, do you kind of grade this and as in...
Speaking of score,
this is a
the
live
music
action...
has to hit right in this.
But do I score this as, like, where this lands on the newer live action remakes of the classic animated stuff, or do I give this like a
trailer
pure 1 through 10?
No,
I'm hoping a 7 or higher.
Okay,
like I think a 7 for me is kind of like your like average. It was a decent movie, so I'm hoping that this is a decent movie, hopefully higher. I think it has the chance to be a like out of nowhere. Like I did not expect it to be that good.
Sorry, never mind.
No.
I was gonna say, go ahead.
I'm on the same page with you.
Not a remake. Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I think it's going to be 8 out of 10.
I have leveled expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not expecting too high. I'm not expecting too little. They're leveled.
You said 8 out of 10.
Well, say 10 out of 10.
Come on. I mean,
just
would you
from
call
the
another
previews
8?
alone.
Throw me another 8, like for you, and so a comparative movie.
And it can't be a Disney Channel original.
No, I was gonna say A Knight's Tale, but that's like a 10 out of 10. So yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. So I
Fong you. Your entrails will be your extrails.
Does it have to be Disney? Well, the reason I gave this an 8 out of 10 is because, oh my god.
Don't act like you don't like it.
Is because it's not a remake. It's an origin story, just like the Maleficent movies, which I liked, and I think that they did a really good job at that.
You're not asking me what my 8 out of 10 is.
Yeah, I'm asking you like...
No, what do you think this is going to be? This is preconceived notions. You've only seen the trailer. What do you think this movie is going to be?
I said 8 out of 10.
Okay, then we're moving on.
Yeah.
That's all
I'm
we
just
need.
curious what they think an 8 is.
7.6 out of 10.
7 point. Oh, we're going points.
I am gonna do.
We're going full IMDb.
IMDb. We are doing 7.6 out of 10. I'm optimistic.
4 out of 10.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I will
gotta
give
have
a caveat. I will give a caveat.
Okay.
If Emma Stone's acting is anywhere close to Glenn Close's acting in the other live action, I'll bump it up to a 6. But 4 out of 10.
She's really I think she's like super good in The Help. Like she's like 10 out of 10 actress in The Help. Yeah, she's really good. I don't know about her. I don't know. I'm
excited to find out.
I'm not feeling it. We'll see. I think this is a good place to leave it on, and we'll just get right into
Let's
it.
watch.
We're gonna pay our $29.99 and watch this. Oh wait, we should also say I'm curious. Do you guys think that this is going to be a kid-friendly movie?
No.
I don't think so.
And anyway, do you think this will be a kid-friendly movie?
It's apparently PG-13, right?
So.
Yeah.
For sure. Then no.
Too rough. Too
Okay.
dark for kids. Yeah.
All right. Well, we are
We'll
going
see.
to now. So
we'll test it on my 8-year-old.
when we come back, that will be the spoiler-free review. I had all the mics muted. That was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so we just watched it.
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
It was pretty good.
It was amazing.
was
How
pretty
dare
good.
you, sir?
It was pretty good.
No evil thing will.
So non-spoiler, of course.
Yes.
This is top 5 movie soundtracks ever for me.
Yes.
Ever.
From the like initial opening scene, like it just goes hard and never lets up through the entire movie.
Could I just say it was a little bit like how Hamilton doesn't stop from beginning to end.
I am a paying patron.
Dude.
Antino.
And I have requested Hamilton.
This was nothing like Hamilton.
Well,
We're talking about Cruella.
Yeah, we're
Let's get
talking
back
about
on track.
Cruella.
From beginning to end, we had a soundtrack from the moment it started to the moment it ended, and it was glorious through and through. Just to put that out there.
Agree.
Thank you.
yeah, I'm taking Hi. Okay. This thing reminds me of Ernie's nose, but anyway.
Emma Stone killed it. I said
Dude,
she had to
10
kill
out
it.
of 10.
and
I
she killed it.
said 8 out of 10 originally, and I changed it. 10 out of 10. That was awesome. So happy.
What do you say?
I agree.
Yes.
Can we just talk about the costumes though?
Yeah.
Like the costumes were amazing. So good.
As the Gen Z say.
I feel like this movie, it did a great
Stand
job.
in the corner.
It did a great job in taking the things that you knew and the things that you kind of like wondered what it was going to be, but it tied them so neatly in a bow. Like the thing that I said, I said it was going to be like Devil Wears Prada and what was the other one? I can't remember what I said now. Joker. It's those two, but you also have to throw in Italian Job. Not quite Oceans, because it was a little. I felt like it was a little more Italian Job than an Oceans movie, but the heisty vibe is in there. It's a great combination of movies.
The henchmen are so dumb in the animated. You know, like Corella's henchmen are stupid, and
No, continue. I'm just excited. I'm excited.
and the henchmen in this one, they made you care about them. And they were really funny, and I just never would have thought that I needed a Cruella backstory, and it turned out to be good.
All I'm gonna say is that we're naming our next dog Horace. Okay? All right, I said it.
Horace.
Horace.
The dogs wink.
Not Jasper.
The dogs in this movie.
Non-spoiler.
This isn't a spoiler. Like the dogs in this movie, I don't know how much is CG, how much is real. The dogs in this movie are some of the best and most hated moments.
Jasper is a fantastic dog name.
Okay, we're off the rails.
Yeah, guys, non-spoiler.
Off the rails.
Yeah, how do
Yeah.
you feel about the movie? Come on.
Amazing.
All right, I'm just gonna say it.
Go for it, Splicer.
3 out of 10. I mean, no. I'm joking. And no. My new rating is actually it's a 9 out of 10. It really surprised me, and I will say, bear with the beginning. It does start a little slow at times. It did for me. But once you get halfway through it, it picks up, and it's a great movie.
It's surprisingly long.
Yes.
The runtime, like we were talking kind of when we took a potty break, but like a lot of the times you complain like, I wish the movie was longer. We saw this movie and we're like, my God, this is a long movie. Like, we didn't really know. Like, how was there that much information to, like, have about this movie? But I never felt that the pacing was weird in a couple little places, but overall, like, I felt like the pacing was very good through the movie. It was setting a story. It told you. It built characters. You had a lot of one-on-one time with people. Like, I have no complaints about this movie.
I thought the pacing at the end of the movie was a little slow. I thought that we were doing the plot just had a little bit of trouble at the end. It was a little slow. Like, I can't go into it.
Tying too many
I
things
don't
together.
expect you to understand with the movie thing. So, but
I mean,
yeah,
it
it's
had
a little.
a lot of things to tie together.
Yeah, it did not need to be 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Okay, but
It could have been 2 hours and 5 minutes. I could have edited out 20 to 25 minutes of that movie for sure.
No. Not even a little bit.
I loved it.
Every bit of that needed to be in there because
What
it
are
gave.
you talking about?
I
This
can't
is a
talk about it 'cause it's
non-spoiler,
non-spoiler.
So I can't wait to when we can spoil.
Yeah,
Every minute of the movie gave an interest as to what was going on in that moment.
that's not true. We had the same scene about 7 times
No.
in regards to the outfits.
Whoa.
Yeah, we had 7 of those. And once again, stop. No.
But that could just be if you don't like that type of thing.
Right.
I am Justina now, and I found the fashion part amazing. So
He was like, look at those sleeves.
A tool.
I'm very pleasantly surprised.
No,
Like,
I was
I was-
pleasantly surprised.
I'm
for
very
sure.
pleasantly surprised because it didn't take a cheesy turn. It didn't take a corny turn. It didn't go too off the rails from the story that we've all known like since the 60s when the original animated 101 Dalmatians came out, even down to literally what we said when it ended is like, oh my God, put on the original animated. Like, I want to see Pongo, and I want to see Perdita, and I want to see Roger and Anita. Like, I want to see the originals. Are you rapping? Yes.
There is a post-credit scene.
Yes. Oh, that is
there's
worth
a
saying.
there's a
100%.
post-credit scene. So
A stinger.
Yeah, it's not far off of when the movie ended. I liked the beginning of the movie the most. That was my favorite part of the movie.
The child scenes.
Yeah, all the child stuff. That was my favorite stuff.
Okay, but
weird.
One of the things.
Wow.
Oh, Travis. One of the things that y'all were concerned about is if it was child appropriate, and I mean, maybe I could be a bad mom, but I think it was fine. Like, London, were you scared?
Nope.
Okay.
You can't talk about it, but you said there was an article that made it PG-13.
Yeah, it's for something very specific, but it's really more of a cautionary thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, there was no language to make it a PG-13 movie.
No.
There was no like graphic scenes. There were some intense scenes. I don't know if the intensity can do it, but
Emma Stone did a lot of acting by herself in this movie, where she's like talking to the camera, and from cinema photography standpoint, a lot of
some scenes.
Every time you're with Cruella and her henchmen, and you're in their pad, everything is hand cam, and every time she's having a moment, everything's hand cam.
It's so good.
Which
say is artsy.
So artsy.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the whole time. I'm like, it's so artsy. I love it.
Yeah, it was really good. I was surprised for sure.
It's definitely, I think, worth paying the $29.
That was literally going to be my next question.
I think it's worth the $29.99.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
actually
worth
going to
it.
go home and spend my own $29.99.
$10.99. You're going to give yourself a tax code.
I said $29.99.
Oh, Billy hell. We totally forgot.
Oh, I was supposed to do accents.
Oh, blimey.
She's psycho.
You went straight Kiwi. You went straight Kiwi.
Supposed to do the accents while I watch the show.
This isn't Omega.
All right.
Look, he's supposed to be like all like
much.
really bad London, right?
I don't know what you're doing.
It's better than yours. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, there's an embarrassing story behind that.
All right, wrap it up, guys.
I think
this
that
is
this
real
movie
quick.
was very pleasantly surprised. Like,
Yeah.
I was a little like I wanted the most out of it, but I was very like standoffish because a lot of the live action stuff has been either 100% hit or 100% miss. There's not been that much mediocreness in the live action Disney stuff, so I didn't know which way this was going to fall. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
what's everyone's new rating now that they've seen it?
10 out of 10.
I already said 10 out of 10.
10. London.
100 out of 100 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
All right,
8 out of 10.
And
Okay. See,
solid now 8.6.
oh, a solid 1 point up.
So
The 0.6 is basically worthless because she's just going by 1 point scale.
Rolling it up.
so I looked up the IMDb rating.
Oh yeah, I want to know
earlier.
what the
Yeah, so you want
Rotten
me to
Tomatoes
tell,
and
you want me to
everything
tell
is
you what
right
it
now.
is?
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler? I guess it's on the
No,
internet.
no.
You can go
Like, what's our Rotten Tomatoes sitting at? Like, not even been out 24 hours.
68%.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, and IMDb was only 7.3.
Well, 7.3 is kind of on point.
Okay, well, most viewers are wrong.
Yeah, and also you got to think about the masses. Like, not everybody's seen it yet.
Yeah.
That's like a very small amount.
If I could say, like, non-spoilers, there was... When you expected a little bit more action or you expected a little bit more, like, of a shock value in some scenes, I feel like that was missing a little bit, where there was some scenarios where I felt like, oh, they could have made it a little bit more dramatic. I missed that a little bit, which is why I kind of, it went up. My rating went up, but that's why it's not going to, like, a 10 out of 10 for me.
But you got to remember it's Disney, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like...
But Disney can put out some, like, moments, and I felt like there was I was missing a few of those moments. Just me.
I thought that.
Just me.
No. Well,
Not just you.
No, I disagree. I disagree because, like, where did you want the drama to? Well, see, I can't talk about it without giving spoilers.
Yeah,
It's hard to get into.
It's your own private personal business.
It's my private personal business. So my rating went from I said 6 out of 10 to 8 out of 10.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
Yeah.
To my original rating, which I knew.
All right, calm down. Closing. Anybody else?
I'm sticking with my rating. My original rating is where it landed. I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
What was it?
An 8.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I'm not disappointed. There's, of course, as with every movie, there's something you can always pick apart.
Yeah.
But I think like this landed in the upper echelon of the live action movies.
Yeah. I think Disney did a great
I'm
job.
just disappointed in my friend for.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, shout out to Chris Machado
for being in
Number
the
one.
entire movie. Yeah, Chris Machado for the Filmcast is in the entire movie.
Horse.
Real quick, what's better? Which was a better Well, no, because this wasn't an adaptation.
If you're talking about
this is a Disney original. This isn't a live action remake.
No.
But
I think the only thing you can compare it to is Maleficent. Like realistically,
This is way better than Maleficent.
yeah.
But that's
way
like
better.
I didn't see the
But-
second one. The first one's great.
But in terms of quality and writing and everything like that, I actually think I like this over Mulan. I know that's where you were headed.
No,
Yeah,
I was
Mulan.
gonna say Beauty and the Beast because Mulan was kind of hot trash.
Yeah.
Mulan.
Love Mulan.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast was
No,
good.
we love Mulan.
Oh.
But like the new
Yeah, I didn't love.
the remake was no go.
I literally fell asleep.
Yeah, it was a
But Beauty and the Beast is really, really good.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Beast was bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But that's a
Enchanted's the
remake.
best.
It's kind of not.
Right.
It's not.
Right. I was.
What I was saying was that it was this was not a remake.
All right, I'm putting everybody on the spot.
Yes.
You have to pick right now. I already have mine, so I can go first and give you guys all time to
Knight's
think
Tale.
about it. No.
Oh.
You have to tell me. So we had Cruella, right, which was an original Disney story. It was either a post or a pre. What do you need a further explanation on that hasn't been told, or a prequel?
A prequel.
A
or
prequel
like
of a Disney story. So I'll tell you, I want the story of how the family Robinson, mom and dad met.
Wait,
So it's Family Robinson.
but you're like you've already
Wow.
thought this out.
I haven't. I just
That's
thought of it.
so deep.
Swiss Family Robinson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to know how mom and dad met and
I already got mine. I'm still sticking with my original that I keep saying that I want.
Oh, hold on. We need
what
to
is
clarify.
Liz? What are you and Natasha not getting? You guys are like having a meltdown right now. I asked a very simple question.
You want what do we want, a remake or original
Prequel.
story from?
We've kind of done this segment, and I'm sticking with
In
mine.
Disney.
Mine is a prequel to Up.
Yeah, there you go.
I want their romance and the horrible, sad cancer story of how she obviously gets cancer and dies. That's what I want. Like that whole love tale.
What movie do you want a origin story or prequel
Do you have
or whatever of? Like, what's the movie that you love? that you
This
want
is
a
this is
backstory?
going horribly.
You put us on the spot. Okay?
I don't like
You
being
really
on the
did.
spot, and I also don't know off the top of my head. So pass, and then come back to me.
Okay. I have one real fast.
Go.
Or London does. Oh no, apparently not. I got. You know what? I would actually like a prequel to the Robin Hood animated adaptation. The foxes and all the animals. Just something about Robin Hood actually becoming the
Yeah.
the
So
guy he
is it a live action furry type tale?
I want an updated.
That would be
animated.
creepy as heck.
Yeah, no. I want an updated animated
Gotcha.
movie.
Hey, I'm
I
all
actually want
for it.
Disney to go back to just strictly animated because I missed that.
I don't know.
Live action
that-
Sword in the Stone. You heard it here first.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. That's a good one.
I want to do all like the weird like abyss of 90s or 70s
Yeah.
animated movies that people forget
Yeah.
about. I want to do all of those live action.
I did.
Hold on, she goes. We have
No,
people.
no.
How about you guys get your own podcast?
Yeah.
Just you two.
We've been talking about this for a
Which she meant to say was Pete's Dragon.
Okay.
They already have that.
Sorry, guys, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
this has been our wives.
Yeah. Well, hopefully hopefully this was a good spoiler thing. I don't know if it was, but it was worth watching. And
Yes, it's worth the $29.99.
Yeah.
Highly
I
recommend.
definitely wouldn't wait till August to watch this.
no, I wouldn't wait till August to watch it either.
It's a long time. Yeah, it's definitely worth.
Oh, I
It's
had
worth the
another.
30 bucks.
I asked you, do you think this has rewatchability?
I do. I definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has rewatchability too.
Yeah.
I feel like the next week in my house is going to be just a Friends reunion and this movie playing back to back.
We're not talking about the Friends reunion.
Oh, we are.
My mom be trying to be cool.
All right,
Well.
everybody. That was the.
This is a hot mess of our.
Yeah, that was just.
the
That was.
Not to follow up our wildly popular Rise.
Not to follow up our.
Hey,
Insta
you never
take.
know.
Hopefully, the catchwords will get us there though, because that's what we were hoping for.
I got you, man.